What if I told you that 1 cup of tea could change a person's whole life? Sounds crazy, right? But this is exactly what happened to a simple tea seller named James. James was not rich. He was not famous. And his English? Well, let's just say his English was so broken that even his own sentences needed first aid. But one day, something happened. A foreign customer came to his small tea stall. James got nervous. His hands were shaking. His brain stopped working, and the only English sentence he remembered was, "Hello, sir. Tea is very hot, and I am also hot." Yes, he wanted to say the tea was fresh, but instead he introduced himself like a summer season. And that awkward moment changed everything. Stay with me because this story is funny, simple, inspiring, and maybe a little dangerous for weak English grammar. And if you want to improve your English with interesting stories like this, then welcome to Smart English Official. Let's begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Smart English Official, the channel where you can learn and enjoy English in a simple and smart way. Today, I am going to tell you a very interesting story in easy English. This story is about fear, practice, confidence, and one very confused cup of tea. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. And if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Smart English Official, and share it with your friends. Now, let's start the story. James was a young man from a small town. Every morning, he woke up at 5 a.m., not because he loved mornings, not because he was super disciplined, but because life gave him no snooze button. He worked at his father's tea stall near a busy bus stop. The tea stall was old, small, and always full of noise. People came there every day. Drivers came, students came, office workers came, even people with no money came, drank tea, and said, "I will pay tomorrow." Tomorrow, by the way, never came. James worked hard. He cleaned glasses, boiled tea, served snacks, and smiled at customers. But James had one big dream. He wanted to speak English. Not perfect English, not fancy English, just simple English. He wanted to talk to tourists. He wanted to sound smart. He wanted to stop saying "myself, James" in every introduction. Every night after closing the stall, James watched English videos on his old phone. He repeated simple sentences again and again. "Hello, how are you? My name is James. Where are you from? Please sit here. This is your tea." He practiced in front of a mirror. Sometimes he smiled, sometimes he looked serious, sometimes he spoke so dramatically that even the mirror looked uncomfortable. One night, his younger sister Lima saw him practicing. She laughed and said, "Why are you talking to the mirror? Did the mirror ask for tea?" James said, "No, I am learning English." Lima smiled and said, "Very good, but first learn to talk normally in native language when Abu is angry." James ignored her. He had a goal. One day he believed English would change his life. But there was one problem. James was scared, very scared. When he was alone, he could speak some English. But in front of real people, his brain would suddenly become a blank white wall. One afternoon, the weather was warm and the bus stop was busy. Cars were honking, people were shouting, tea was boiling, biscuits were breaking, and James was working fast. Then a large tourist bus stopped near the tea stall. A few foreign travelers got off the bus. James froze. His heart started beating fast. This was his chance, his big chance. Real English speakers, live English, no pause button. One tall foreign man walked toward the stall and smiled. He said, "Hello, can I get a cup of tea?" James looked at him. The customer looked at James. The tea looked at both of them. James opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Then, suddenly, all the English he had learned mixed together like a fruit salad made by a confused monkey. James said, "Yes, sir, of course, welcome. Tea is available in liquid form." The foreign man blinked. James continued, now fully out of control. "Our tea is very famous in all local area. One sip and your tiredness will pass away to another country." The man smiled politely. That gave James fake confidence. So he spoke more. "Please sit on chair. Chair is little broken, but emotionally strong." The foreign man tried not to laugh. Then he said, "That's okay. 1 tea, please. No sugar." James heard the words "no sugar," but panic changed them into more sugar. He quickly made the sweetest tea in human history. It was not tea. It was dessert with identity issues. He gave the cup to the man and proudly said, "This tea is sugarless." The man took 1 sip. His eyebrows went up. He looked at the tea. He looked at James. He looked at the sky, maybe asking God for patience. Then he said gently, "I asked for no sugar." James wanted the earth to open and swallow him, but the earth was busy. So James did the only thing he could do. He laughed. A small, nervous, broken laugh. Then he said, "Sorry, sir, my English is learning." The man smiled, and instead of getting angry, he said, "Your English is learning. That is actually cute." James looked surprised. The man continued, "Don't worry, you are trying. That is important." Then he pointed to himself and said slowly, "My name is Daniel." James answered, "My name is James." Daniel said, "Nice to meet you, James." James repeated, "Nice to meet you too." This time, the sentence came out correctly. James could not believe it. Daniel asked, "Do you want to learn English?" James nodded quickly. "Yes, very much, but when I speak, grammar dies." Daniel laughed loudly. He said, "That happens to all beginners." Then Daniel gave James a small piece of advice. He said, "Do not wait to speak perfect English. Speak simple English. Speak wrong English. Speak funny English, but speak." James stayed quiet. Those words touched his heart because James had spent so much time waiting to become perfect that he had forgotten to become brave. Daniel stayed at the stall for 10 more minutes. He spoke slowly with James, very simple sentences. What is your name? Where do you live? What do you do? What do you like? James answered with mistakes, many mistakes. Some sentences were broken, some words were missing. One sentence had no grammar, no balance, and no future. But Daniel listened patiently. Before leaving, Daniel said, "James, promise me one thing." James said, "Yes, sir." Daniel said, "Speak English every day, even for 5 minutes. Don't fear mistakes. Mistakes are teachers." Then Daniel paid for the tea, even the extra sweet one, and left. James stood there silently. For the first time in his life, he did not feel ashamed of his broken English. He felt hopeful. That evening, he told Lima everything. Lima laughed for 2 full minutes when she heard the line, "Tea is available in liquid form." Then she said, "Brother, your English is not weak. Your confidence is weak." James thought about that all night. The next morning, he wrote a small paper sign and hung it on the tea stall. The sign said, "Practice English here. Tea free for 1 mistake." At first, people laughed. One customer read the sign and said, "If tea is free for 1 mistake, then I will become a millionaire." Another customer said, "Brother, in my English, every sentence has 5 mistakes. How many teas will I get?" James smiled and said, "Only 1. I am helping people, not closing my business." Slowly, something amazing started happening. Students began speaking English at the stall. Bus drivers tried simple phrases. A fruit seller said, "Myself mango businessman," and everyone laughed. But no one laughed in a cruel way. They laughed, learned, and tried again. James spoke English every day. Just 5 minutes at first, then 10, then 15. He learned new words and used them immediately. He stopped trying to sound perfect. He focused on being clear, and that changed everything. A few weeks later, Daniel returned. This time, he walked to the stall with a big smile. He asked, "Hello, James. How are you?" And James answered, calmly and clearly, "Hello, Daniel. I am good, thank you. Welcome back. This time I made your tea with no sugar, and I also protected it from sugar emotionally and physically." Daniel burst out laughing. But this time, James laughed too, not from fear, from confidence. Daniel noticed the sign on the stall. "Practice English here. Tea free for 1 mistake." He read it and said, "This is brilliant." James smiled. "It helped me, so maybe it can help others too." Daniel took a picture of the tea stall and posted it online. He wrote, "Best tea stall in town. Best courage, too. If you want tea and English practice, meet James." A few days later, more people started coming. Some came for tea, some came for English practice, some came only to see the famous liquid form tea boy. James became popular in the area, but more importantly, he became confident. He was still not perfect. Sometimes he still made funny mistakes. Once he told a customer, "Please be seated carefully. Our bench has trust issues." Another time, he said, "Today tea is little angry because milk was late." But people loved him. Why? Because he was real. He was trying. He was improving. And he was not afraid anymore. Months passed. James saved some money and bought better cups, a new kettle, and a second-hand English book. Then he started a small evening class near the tea stall. Nothing fancy, just a board, a few chairs, a notebook, and a lot of courage. He taught beginners the way he wanted to learn. Simple words, simple sentences. No shame, no fear. His first lesson was very simple. He wrote on the board, "Wrong English is better than silent English," and everyone clapped. Even Lima clapped, though later she said, "Don't get too emotional, you still owe me money." James smiled, because now he understood something important. Life does not change in one big magical moment. Sometimes life changes with one small, brave step. One sentence, one try, one mistake, one cup of tea. And if that step feels awkward, funny, or imperfect, that is okay, because confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. James was no longer the boy who was afraid to speak. He became the young man who helped others speak, all because he stopped waiting for perfect English and started using simple English. So, if you ever feel scared to speak English, remember James. Your grammar may shake, your pronunciation may dance, your sentence may fall down and cry, but still, speak. Because every strong speaker was once a weak speaker, and every confident voice was once a nervous whisper. James's story is not just about English. It is about courage. It is about starting. And it is about laughing a little when life gives you extra sugar by mistake. So, dear friends, what do we learn from James's story? We learn that mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning. We learn that simple English is powerful. We learn that practice is more important than perfection. And we learn that sometimes the best teacher in life is an embarrassing moment. If James can start speaking English at a noisy tea stall, then you can start too. Speak at home. Speak in front of a mirror. Speak with friends. Speak alone if you have to. Just don't stay silent. If you enjoyed this story and want more easy English stories like this, then please like this video, subscribe to Smart English Official, and press the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And in the comments, write this simple sentence: I will speak English without fear. Let's build confidence together, let's learn smart together, and let's grow together with Smart English Official. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.